Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're still on our speaking scholarship competition. My name is Augustine. I'm the host in the speaking scholarship competition organized by the Augustine Udefa Foundation. The Augustine Udefa Foundation is a not for profit organization whose mission is to help improve the lives of people, especially those with the fewest resources, by creating opportunities for them to access free education and quality health services. It is aligned with the mission of the foundation that the foundation is organizing this speaking scholarship competition. So, without wasting much time, let us go straight into our competition for today. Today's competition will be between Akintolu Emmanuel, studying medicine and surgery at the University of Ibadan, and Oyemawa Covenant, studying law at Imo State University. Both speakers will be answering the question: are we responsible for fixing climate change, or is it a problem for government and corporations? So let us go straight into the business of the day and listen to Akintolu Emmanuel, our first speaker, as he answers this question. Emmanuel, over to you.
If your house was on fire, would you rather wait for the government to call the fire service, or would you rather take water to put it out by yourself? I'm very sure if I take a rough survey, people will most likely go up for the latter. This is because this is realization of climate change today. Before I proceed, I would like to give honor to whom honor is due. Good day, Mr. Channel, panel of judges, and my fellow colleagues. My name is Akintolu Emmanuel Oluwabukumi. I'm a second-year medical student of the University of Ibadan, and I'm here to present on the topic: are we responsible for fixing climate change, or is it a responsibility for the government and corporations? Climate change is one of the biggest challenges facing our world today. Rising temperatures, extreme weather, and environmental damage are no longer future threats. They are happening right now. The biggest question is, who should fix it? On one hand, government and corporations play a massive role. Large industries are responsible for a huge percentage of global greenhouse gas emissions. Governments create policies, enforce environmental laws, and invest in renewable energy. Corporations, in the other hand, control productions, control supply chains, and basically the whole innovative process. Because of their scale and power, they can create change on a level individuals simply cannot. So clearly, they carry a major responsibility. However, it should be a mistake to conclude the individuals have no role. Every day, our choices matter. What we eat, how we travel, how much waste we produce, and what we buy go around in tons to affect millions of people worldwide. When millions of people make small conscious decisions, the impact becomes powerful. Choosing which plastics to use, how to reduce plastic use, conserve energy, or support ecosystem products sends a message to corporations. This is what people want. Beyond that, individuals influence governments through voting, advocacy, and raising awareness. When people speak up, leaders are pushed to act. Public pressure can force both government and corporations to change their behavior. In conclusion, climate change is not the responsibility of just one group. It is a shared responsibility. As the popular saying goes, the effect of change begins with one person. Government and corporations must lead with policies and large-scale actions. But individuals must also act, because our daily choices and collective voices drive these larger systems. In the end, the real danger is not that we don't know who should actually act, but we already assume that somebody else will do the work for us. So instead, the question should not be who is responsible for it. Instead, the question should be, what can I do starting from today? The real truth is simple. We do not need a simple hero or single hero to actually fix this climate change issue. We actually need the collective effort of millions of people worldwide to act. Thank you.
Good job. Fixing climate change is a collective responsibility. It is not solely dependent on one entity. So do your part and let the government do its part. Good job, Emmanuel. Let us listen to Covenant, the second speaker.
Good day, honorable judges. I am Onyemuwa Covenant Ugonna, and I'm currently a final year law student at Imo State University, Owerri. On the debate topic, are we responsible for combating climate change, or is it a problem left for the government and corporations? Climate change is a silent, deadly killer that kills not one, but us all. So tell me, are we to wait till it gets to our turn before we decide that maybe it's time for something to finally be done? The World Health Organization defines climate change as a fundamental threat to human lives caused by long-term shifts in weather patterns and temperature conditions, leading to increased risk of flood, famine, drought, and even loss of lives. Hence, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change Conditions, in its sixth assessment report, states that over 3.6 billion people are living in conditions susceptible to climate change. Back to the original question: who is responsible for combating climate change? My opponents may argue that it is the government under state responsibility that is responsible for combating climate change, especially as Section 20 of the Nigerian Constitution provides that the government, as states, has the duty to ensure that we citizens have safe and healthy environment. Some other opponents may even take the argument further by asserting that it's the corporations under corporate liability and polluter pay principle that is responsible for combating climate change in accordance with Chapter 3 of the Petroleum Industrial Act, that corporations must ensure proper divestment and remediation plans for host communities. However, I beg to differ. Combating climate change is not a duty left for only one sector of the society, but a duty that requires combined efforts of us all. Combating climate change stems from the simple decisions we make every day, such as the use of appropriate waste bins and incinerators instead of illicit dumping of refuse in our public places and roads. It includes a shift from fossil fuels like coal to sustainable renewable energy such as solar and hydro energy. It's even seen in our judicial activism, advocacy and innovation. Hence, in Center for Oil Pollution Watch against Nigerian National Petroleum Company, the court held that everyone has a part to play in combating climate change, whether as states, corporations, or even we citizens. Climate change is a silent deadly killer. So tell me, are we to wait till it gets to our turn before we decide that maybe it's time for something to finally be done? Thank you.
Well articulated, Covenant. Ladies and gentlemen, Covenant has reiterated that fixing climate change is a shared responsibility. You've listened to both speakers, Emmanuel and Covenant. What are your thoughts on their presentations? Who did a better job? Whose presentation resonated with you? Let us know in the comment section. Let us know who you support to win the speaking scholarship competition. And as usual, after 5 days, the scores from the public and the one from the panel of independent judges will be calculated and the winner will be announced. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.